This is a current trends case brief between the Ontario Disability Support Program and the applicant. In 2013, a woman applied for income for a person with a disability. Upon monitoring the woman's situation, the director decided that the applicant is not a person with a disability, as defined in Section 4 of the Ontario Disability Support Program Act. The director determined that the impairments were not substantial enough and that the applicant did not meet all the requirements listed in Section 4, Subscript 1 of the Act. Upon hearing of the director's decision, the applicant appealed it. The case moved on to the tribunal to further investigate the woman's situation and needs. The issue that needs to be determined is, does the applicant meet all the criteria to become eligible to receive income for a person with a disability? The appeal was denied. The tribunal affirmed the decision of the director, and the applicant was not deemed of a person with a disability. Therefore, she did not receive income. In order to be considered a person with a disability, the applicant must meet the following criteria, stated in Section 4, Subscript 1 of the Ontario Disability Support Program Act. A. The person has a substantial physical or mental impairment that is continuous or recurrent and expected to last 1 or more years. B. The direct and cumulative effect of the impairment on the person's ability to attend his or her personal care, function in the community, and function in a workplace results in a substantial restriction in 1 or more activities of daily living. And C. The impairment and its likely duration of the restriction in the person's activities of daily living have been verified by a person with the prescribed qualifications. The applicant has asked for income support as a person with a disability based on multiple problems that have caused her pain on use of upper limbs, pain on use of left hip, diarrhea, and multiple pains in her joints. It has been verified that the impairments are continuous and recurring and are expected to last 1 year or more, confirmed by a doctor. The tribunal is satisfied that the applicant's restrictions are limited to moving in the neck, limited use of arms and over-shoulder work, pain on bending and twisting, limited mobility due to diarrhea, which limits the length of trips and tiredness, and muscular aches limit activities. The applicant's family doctor conducted an activities of daily living report. In this report, he rated the bladder and bowel control as severe limitation. He rated physical strength and sustained activity as moderate limitation. He rated the rest as minimal limitations within normal limits. The applicant was then treated for her bowel movements and has since improved substantially. It was found that the applicant cleans her house, cooks and cares for her 2 children. She takes the bus to get around. She manages her self-care. She does not go out much, but will go to the mall with her daughter to get out. She often visits friends. Even though the applicant may not be able to engage in sustained and heavy physical work, there is no evidence that she cannot engage in less physical or stationary work suitable to her limitations. Having determined that the applicant's impairments do not reach the level of substantial, there is no need for the tribunal to go on and consider the nature of the restrictions in the applicant's activities of daily living, as it is necessary that both thresholds be met in order to meet the test for person with a disability. Because her impairments do not reach the level of substantial, she is not eligible to receive an income as a person with a disability. The case is closed. I agree with this decision. This is a stare decisis and mimics the case Crane v. Ontario Disability Support Program of 2006. In this case, it was found that Ms. Crane was able to complete everyday activities despite having some limitations. For this reason, she was not eligible for income as a disabled person. Since this case happened, the tribunal tends to look back and compare the applicant with Ms. Crane to determine if the applicant's limitations are substantial enough or not. This also keeps these cases very consistent. My question for you is, do you think Section 4, Subscript 1 of the Ontario Disability Support Program Act makes it too difficult for someone to become eligible to receive income for a person with a disability?